Let me paint you a picture. School has finally ended and summer has just begun. You're finally free from the shackles of formal education. No more monotonous group works and assignments. You can finally achieve your dreams, whatever that may be. For me, personally, it was to be more active on my YouTube channel and to publish my first game. It shouldn't be too hard. It seems simple enough. I mean, if I keep up at this pace, I should reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the summer, and my game is practically done. All I need to do is improve the art and add music and sound effects. How hard can it be? But then you end up procrastinating. Then a week goes by without you noticing. And I can't publish my game yet since the art and the music is ugly. And I'm no artist nor musician, so this is going to take a while. And I can't upload my next video yet since I need to improve the quality. So I need to view a few tips and tricks on how to keep with the times, you know. And while we're at it, I've always wanted to learn guitar, so let's try and fit that into my schedule. And just like that, summer has ended. I didn't get to post a video, I didn't publish my game, and I didn't learn guitar in any substantial way. This is my story, right? And if you're watching this video, you can probably relate too. So let's talk about it. Procrastination is bad, for obvious reasons. But what is procrastination really? To me, procrastination means using time you don't have, or putting your time into something that ultimately means nothing to you. You're doing it for the sake of doing it. However, I think it is healthy to find some time to do hobbies and things that you enjoy. The important thing is, you actually enjoy these things and actively participate on it. For example, I still find time to have a nice conversation with a good friend, and we could talk for hours. And I would say that the time that I spent there was valuable. Or I would play some RPG Maker games or visual novels that I've always wanted to play, and I can relax after a long day of doing schoolwork. Things like that. I'll give you a little tip though. Maybe ease off on the ranked games, just for this week, and see how you feel afterwards. Next would be the endless student syndrome. When you learn too much, but you don't use it, therefore you end up forgetting everything. In other words, you create false productivity. This habit had such a hold on me, and it still does. I'd like to show you the extent of this endless student syndrome, and show you what that may look like. Alright, so we're here now in my YouTube playlist tab, and oh my goodness, we're going to skim over these playlists that I've made over the years. I mean, we haven't even scrolled down and we already have a playlist over 2,000 videos. My goodness. Right, so yeah, we've got some game ideas, some music playlists, anime story ideas. Oh my goodness. I mean, look at this. 4,000, basically 5,000 videos. I like that. We've got Better Call Saul just in here. But yeah, I will say though, the more that I take a look at these, the more that it kind of doesn't make sense. Of course, I know that I may put these videos in the wrong playlist on accident, but yeah, most of these don't even fit, right? Okay, scrolling down. Yep, got more game ideas. Business playlists, Blender tutorials. Yep, Minecraft Civilizations, and I love that I have a playlist here for a visual novel idea that I have about angels and them being lawyers. And the first video here is Pat going to jail. Like, this does not even make sense. But I'm sure that I had a good reason for putting it here. Yeah. Got some 269 videos in my drawing tutorials. Oh yes, and another thing to note. It's not that I just find the video and save it to these playlists, you know, to view for future viewing, right? No, most of these videos I have watched, viewed till the very end. You know, it's funny that even after watching all these videos, I still draw art like this. Okay, now take a look at this bullshit right here. I have an entire playlist dedicated to saving guitar covers, right? Because I wanted to learn guitar. Well, look how well that went. Man, I remember that I even asked my dad to buy me an electric guitar because I thought I would look so cool, you know, so cool with an electric guitar. But alas, I don't have time for it yet. But I know that someday I will have the time. That day is just not today, sadly. I have more important things to accomplish. Mic tutorials. Now, oh my goodness, one of the hardest things about starting a YouTube channel is understanding how the microphone works and trying to get it set up. I mean, if you've seen my very, very first video, the mic quality was so ass. It took me about a year or so to understand how it works. But I've gotten through it, and I finally understood how it works. Okay, now here's a good one. So, we've got game making and game making 2. So, game making is focused on the programming itself, you know, the code, right? While game making 2 is focused on game design. Now, this first video here is by Game Maker's Toolkit, another great game dev channel, right? Highly recommend. And I bet I can still remember what this video, the first words that he spoke in this video, right? Keeping players engaged. He's gonna say, "I played Doom 2016, but I got bored of it," right? Or something along those lines. Okay, let's check it out.
I never finished Doom.
Alright, there we go.
I love Doom. It's amazing. It's got some of the best shooter...
Alright, now let's skim this playlist for a bit, right? We've got 1,000 videos here about game design, and I would say most of them are pretty good. Problem is, what's the point if I have not even made a single game? Oh, what's the point, man? What's the point of anything anymore? Now this doesn't even make sense. This ain't even game design, it's just how Christian Bale became a psychopath. So yeah, I think you get the point. As a creative person, you would want some inspiration, but this is just insane. I mean, the reason why you do this in the first place is to save your ideas into an easy to access place. But with the number of playlists and videos that I have, that loses its purpose too. Moving on, I've always considered myself to be a big dreamer, but it's like every week I have a new fixation, and I just want to learn more about it. We want to achieve a lot in our lifetime and experience a lot of things. However, it is important to note that there is only so much you can do in a day, so don't overdo it. You need to properly manage all your interests. I will say though, that the advantage of having multiple interests is the fact that you'll never have nothing to do. And what I mean by that is when you get bored at one thing, then you can move on to something else that is mildly productive. These things are problematic in their own right, but maybe the problem is much deeper than that. Maybe I'm just scared of making something. The fear of failure. Every time I'm busy with life, I wish I could work on my own projects. And every time I'm free to work on those projects, that spark just disappears. And I end up doing these pointless tasks, running circles around myself. But why? In my favorite book, The Courage to be Disliked, there is an idea that really stuck with me on how people always choose not to change. An excuse not to change? Yes, I have a young friend who dreams of becoming a novelist, but he never seems to be able to complete his work. According to him, his job keeps him too busy, and he can never find enough time to write novels. And that's why he can't complete his work and enter it for writing awards. But is that the real reason? No. It's actually that he wants to leave the possibility of "I can do it if I try" open by not committing to anything. He doesn't want to expose his work to criticism, and he certainly doesn't want to face the reality that he might produce an inferior piece of writing and face rejection. He wants to live inside the realm of possibilities, where he can say that he could do it if only he had the time, or that he could write if he just had the proper environment, and that he really does have the talent for it. In another 5 or 10 years, he will probably start using another excuse, like, "I'm not young anymore," or "I've got a family to think about." I can relate all too well to how that must feel. We live in a realm of possibility. To live a dream within your dreams, similar to the Schrodinger's cat thought experiment. We would only know of the outcome when we open the box. Whether we succeed or not, whether good or bad, we are stuck in the realm of possibility until we actually do the thing. And for most of us, it is most comfortable that way. At this point, it's not life that's in my way, not school, not relationships. It's just me. I am solely responsible for holding myself back, because I truly believe that if someone wants something, they'll do everything in their power to get it. So just take the plunge. There is a saying that game devs use, and that is to fail faster, so you can immediately learn from your mistakes. I should really take that advice to heart, and you should too. So enough speeches and tutorials. Don't push it till tomorrow, and don't wait till next summer. Stop telling yourself that I could do it if I wanted to, because now is the time to show the world that you, and in this case I, can do it too. Thanks for watching.